Okay.
So you just go when you're ready. Let me push it and then be quiet. Everybody down first too.
Hey everybody, good evening. First Alert Meteorologist Fred Campagna. I want to keep you updated on what's going on here weather-wise. A lot going on weather-wise. Probably more going on weather-wise than what has happened so far in the game. Got to be honest, I did not get to see Usher at halftime because I was getting ready to give you this stream of pretty important weather information. You better believe, though, I will be going back to check that. Sean Gable said the best since Beyonce, so we'll see. Sounded pretty good. Everybody in here was pretty hyped. All right, let's talk about this first alert weather day that we have continuing tonight and into tomorrow. High impact event for the rest of tonight, and for tomorrow we have a severe weather risk. We have a very heavy rain risk as well, and you can see that rain is now overspreading most of metro Atlanta. Some of it getting a little bit heavier as you get back into West Georgia, certainly south of Atlanta and Henry County right now. Some heavier downpours. We haven't had too much in the way of lightning strikes yet creeping their way into our viewing area, but we're probably going to see that as time goes on. You can see a line of thunderstorms which is south of Birmingham right now, and that is what we're watching for later this evening. So it's possible that that line right in there could end up having an impact on your ride home after the game. Just know that as this moves at least into West Georgia and possibly into the metro as we go through the next several hours, we might be dealing with some thunderstorms to go along with the rain. It's a steady rain right now on the west side of town. Some of the northern suburbs are getting some steadier rain at this point. Not as much happening as you go into Gwinnett and into DeKalb counties at this point, but it is all going to be overspreading the metro over the next several hours. It's warm outside still. Temperatures are in the mid-60s right now in Atlanta. A little bit cooler as you go north and west. The air from Atlanta to the south is a bit more unstable, and it's in that area in particular that we're watching for isolated severe storms as we go through the late night hours after midnight and possibly for part of the day tomorrow. Big picture here, and we still have a ways to go before we're done with this storm system. So this is going to be one that will be an issue for us during the day tomorrow and the first alert weather day. It does continue throughout the day tomorrow. Look at all that action. See all those lightning strikes showing up. Again, for the most part, we've been spared any thunderstorms, but that's probably not going to be the case as we go through the rest of tonight and tomorrow. 11 o'clock this evening. Notice after the game ends, when people are back on the roadways heading home, and you're going to be dealing with some locally heavy downpours, some rumbles of thunder, probably some ponding on the roadways. Just extra caution needed. I know you're probably going to be in a rush to get home, get to bed, got to start the work week, the school week tomorrow, but you'll want to be cautious on the roadways this evening because of how heavy that rain could be, at least at times as we go through the next several hours. 6 o'clock in the morning, at least showery at that point. Notice some darker reds showing up as you go into eastern Alabama, so Cleburne, Randolph counties, and that action moves into the metro as we go through that morning commute. So probably going to be wet for school drop-off tomorrow morning. Might have some bleary-eyed kids and parents after staying up to watch the Super Bowl, but it is going to be an active start to the day. We are concerned about the potential for isolated severe storms. Strong straight line winds are possible. Isolated tornadoes cannot be ruled out in this scenario, in this setup that we have tomorrow. So by noontime, you'll notice that the rain, at least that first batch, starts to move a little bit farther to the east. And as we go through the afternoon, there could be one more round of storms. And the jury is out right now as to how strong those storms could be. But if there's a break and the temperature starts to warm and gets up into the 60s, and then that next line comes through, we may yet see some severe storms late tomorrow afternoon. Again, that is very uncertain at this point, but something that you should be aware of, and you'll want to definitely be in touch with the weather throughout the day tomorrow. So you can always check the First Alert Weather app for the very latest on what's going on. After the system departs, some cool air moves in, at least temporarily for us on Tuesday. So our severe weather risk as we go from 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow to Tuesday at 7 o'clock in the morning is a level 2 out of 5 over North Georgia. So it is one that you should be aware of. There is a 15% risk, as you can see, of having strong enough winds to cause some damage in your area, or at least within 25 miles of where you live. And that covers our entire area. So all of North and Middle Georgia is under that risk, 15% of seeing strong winds over 55 miles an hour within 25 miles of where you live. And the tornado risk, again, it's not zero. It's not high. It's a 2% chance from the northern suburbs up through the mountains and a 5% chance of seeing a tornado within 25 miles of where you are during the day tomorrow from 7 in the morning till 7 Tuesday. But again, it is basically during the day tomorrow that we're concerned about an isolated tornado being possible. So not the highest tornado risk that we'll likely see as we go through late winter and through the spring, but enough that you just need to be aware. Possibly the biggest concern for us is heavy rain and flooding. Could be flash flooding, could be some river and stream flooding. We're looking at the potential for 2 to 4 inches of rain from what's come in late in the afternoon and now into the evening, and as we go through the overnight hours and certainly into the day tomorrow. So locally heavy rain is coming our way over the next 24 hours or so. Check out the flash flood risk as well. It is a 15% chance once you get basically around the I-20 corridor and south of I-20, and that's for the rest of tonight and into early tomorrow. So, already mentioned it. On the roadways, late tonight, early tomorrow, you are going to be dealing with some potential ponding on the roadways. So that is something that you definitely want to be aware of. Let's take a quick peek here at the 7-day forecast, because after the First Alert Weather Day tomorrow, things do quiet down for us. We're a little bit windy, certainly cooler on Tuesday, temperatures in the 50s. It does look like it is going to be pretty nice for Valentine's Day. The heart kind of covering up those words there. It will be chilly in the morning with the temperature in the 30s, but nice in the afternoon, a high temperature near 60 degrees. Thursday, Friday also looking quiet and relatively mild. Saturday, there is another First Alert Weather Day for the potential for some rain yet again on the weekend, but that's a long way down the road, so we'll continue to watch that closely. But again, just to reiterate for you as we get back into the football game here, I'm not going to keep you too much longer. You can see that we do have some rain right now overspreading most of the metro, and that rain will be heavy at times as we go through the overnight hours. So that's about what we have going on right now. Of course, we're going to have team coverage, team weather coverage coming up for you tonight after the game, after the show on CBS, after Tracker. You can Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Valdez is here. I'm here. We'll give you the very latest on this storm system and exactly what you can expect heading into tomorrow. Have a great night.